it's live.
Going live. I'm out of practice. I've had like a week off, haven't I?
A full week off. I mean, yeah. How unheard of is that? We've not actually had time off, I don't think. We maybe missed one or two.
Yeah.
But I think everything we had scheduled from the 14th of April, we've pretty much done. And tonight is episode 90.
Mind
and
blown.
we only started in February.
That's like even if we'd done one a week, that's more than every week in the year.
Well, it's heading rapidly towards 2 years worth.
Wow.
Of other people. So, you know, I think we've been pretty productive. I see knitting. What have you got? What have you got?
My whip. I'm still working on Marian. She's still coming along slowly. 2 more inches of the body and then I can do ribbing at the bottom.
Is that a nice little pearl 4 seam that I see?
It is a nice little, you know, I like it. This is my 3rd garment that I've designed and all of them have got it. I don't know why, I just really like it.
I like it, but I forgot to do it on my version of Vera, so mine hasn't got them. It's one of those, and I put the markers in and just knit.
You know, I don't put much detail in many of my patterns. They're quite plain, and you know, you can just.
I know, and that was like the only detail I had to pay attention to, and I totally missed it. And I got to the bottom, and I thought, do I use Joan Dyer, when we met in Edinburgh, gave me one of these fix a stitch sets.
Ah, yeah.
And it's like a double-ended crochet hook, and it's really good for fixing drop stitches, and she shows you how to do a 4 purl seam after the fact and work your way back up or back down, depending on which way you're going. And she recommends that you twist the stitch each time, so she shows you the movements for doing the twist stitch, and that it pulls it really neat.
Yeah,
it's a nice crisp line, and I keep threatening to give it a go.
Well, if you do, you'll have to let us know. It would have been even funnier if you'd remembered sometimes, though.
Well, yeah. What's my phone telling me?
It's telling you that it's Thursday night at 6:30.
Don't know why
it's time to get them. Oh, can you remember? I can't. Oh, it's time to shooby-doo. What's the Muppet song?
It's time to play the music.
There you
go. It's
time
to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight.
I think I should change the song to that. I could put it like on background music, couldn't I, on my phone? Do, 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 do.
Well, that would be good. So do you
maybe I'll try it.
Do you like my little shawl?
I absolutely love your little shawl.
Yeah, it's not very little though. I was really enjoying it, and then I was messing with the colours, and my friend Jackie, Blue Socks on Ravelry, bought me the kit, and I wanted to add this sort of zing of this greeny colour, and then I wanted a slightly more rich purple. So it was, and then I think I remember if the ocean blue was in it or not, whether I added that. That was definitely in it, and this blue was definitely in it, and I think the picnic colour was, and maybe the purple, and I was kind of messing around with it, and before I knew it, it was about 10 feet long, and it's kind of one of those where if you sort of, because it's asymmetric, you put it round one shoulder, and if it was smaller, you could artfully drape it and then pin it, but there's just so much of it left that it dangles to the floor, and then you got to kind of tuck it. So this seems to be the only way I can wear it and not look like a sack.
Does it not fold in half? Could you do it that way?
Possibly. I've not tried, to be honest, but yeah.
There you go.
I'm wearing it this evening because I managed to spill my dinner down my clean top.
No, we're not supposed to reveal those details. Staging, my darling, staging.
But I think it's called behind the scenes.
Ah, yes, yeah. Costume creativity.
Have you got a brew? What's your beverage?
My beverage is black Earl Grey tea because it's a school night. They've taken my Fridays off me and I have to go in on a Friday.
Oh, that sucks, doesn't it? I've got builder tea in my bucket mug and I have a clean bucket mug hidden just off camera that's got my pot of digestive enzymes just sat in it. Because if there's something in it, Jake won't take the cup. And if he sees those cups clean and empty, he wazzes off with them, and then they go into his room for months on end, you know, potentially never to be seen again. And I just think I want the mine. I want them.
That's the Ringtons.
The mugs.
Ringtons. Yeah.
The mugs are Marks and Spencer's mugs.
Oh, I thought you said it was a Ringtons one.
No, I've been drinking his Ringtons hot chocolate.
But I found out some really good news regarding Ringtons today. I popped in to see my mother-in-law on the way home.
Oh yeah, is she a fan?
Nana Sadler, if she turns up. Sometimes she pops in and watches us. And she has the Rington man come every month. And a couple of years back, she bought me some orange and coffee cream chocolate thingies, which coffee creams are just my absolute favourite.
Oh, I love coffee creams.
Well, they're back. They're back in stock as of August. She gave me this special brochure to look at, right? So now you get a box of 3 for £6, 1 box of coffee, 1 box of orange, 1 box of lemon and lime, right? They're gluten-free. And they're milk-free.
Awesome.
Guess who's going shopping on the Ringtons website?
I think I'll have to. I might have made a purchase from Skinny Syrups.
Did it happen accidentally?
It did. It was one of those AutoCart, really not paying attention.
You can't be held responsible for that.
Quick fingers typed in the card number and everything without me even paying attention.
What you mean they no. Sorry, your computer just stores your card details and they just go in. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Well, anyway, do you want me to tell you what I've ordered?
No. You haven't ordered.
What my card has ordered? Yeah.
Yes,
AutoCart has just done.
That's what we need.
Yeah, but it made sure not to click subscribe and save because I like to try things before I commit to any kind of subscribe and save because I am a fussy person when it comes to that. So I've ordered salted caramel syrup, sticky toffee pudding, gingerbread, white chocolate and white chocolate with raspberry. So I will be letting you know what I think of those. Have we got somebody join us? Is anybody there?
We're going to have a problem if the AutoCart happens on mine as well, you know.
Well, it's one of those things, and they've got some really seriously good flavours. I tried to order the sticky toffee pudding the other day, which is probably how my laptop just went ahead and did it without me even knowing or being in the room. But the sticky toffee pudding and gingerbread were out of stock, and I just thought to myself, I'll do that another day. And then I looked at it last night after my Lib Dem.
You didn't look at it
on my meeting for Cumbria Lib Dems, and then I must have fallen asleep while I was watching YouTube. And when I woke up, I'd placed an order. So.
I think what happened was you looked and they were out of stock and you were like, oh, that is so disappointing. And the AutoCart heard you and it kept an eye out. And as soon as it saw that they were back in stock, that's how the order went through.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah, that's how it happened. The other thing that sometimes happens is that if I was to talk about something that I'd ordered or quite liked, your computer suddenly picks up and thinks, well, I know that she'll like this as well. And it just goes through automatically.
Yeah, well, I thought if I ordered them and tried them, this was my original plan, I could let you know if I had any issues. But they are supposed to be gluten-free and a lot of the stuff is dairy-free. So I'll let you know.
We will await the review.
Yeah, I'm really excited for them arriving. I am hoping for good things weigh-in on Saturday when I've got the swimming well, so I'll let everybody know on Sunday. Although, if it's a bad number, you might hear me on Saturday morning from Ulverston at 8:30 screaming very loudly. But according to my scales this morning, it will be a loss. So
That's good. So we'll still hear you, but we'll hear you cheering instead of growling.
Yeah, so I'm living on tomatoes and soup and sliced ham.
It's interesting.
I'm having a few speed days. I had my porridge. I made some muffins with some salted caramel extract that I had in the cupboard. You can see a theme here, can't you?
Yeah.
And a little bit of a handful of raspberries, which I had to do for one sin.
Right.
And the extract was also a sweetener, so they were just. It was one sin for the whole batch.
Yeah.
Including the small amount of raspberries that I had. So I was able to have 3 for just one sin, and it was quite a filling breakfast. It was more filling than if I'd just had a bowl of porridge, because you're adding egg to the mix and things like that to make it more cakey.
So why are raspberries a sin?
Because you're cooking them, and if you cook them, you would eat more than if you were eating them fresh.
So it's the same premise as if they were dried?
No, dried fruit is considerably more in terms of sins, or dried fruit you can have as a healthy extra instead of your porridge.
Right.
Yvonne's in the house. Hi Yvonne, how are you doing? What's on your needles or hooks tonight? What are you working on?
What?
Yeah, have you got a beverage?
Yvonne always has interesting beverages.
Yeah, she's got a really fun selection of teas, actually. So I'm intrigued to see what she's got tonight. I might have to put something in the frog pond. Would you like to
what happened?
Well, it's not that anything happened. It's that I didn't plan. And I was using leftover yarn, and so Jackie gave me some Sadler crofter in a variety of colours.
I like those.
They're really pretty and they're really cute, and they were a sort of a disparate mix. So
okay.
I went with the colours that would be better closer to my face. This is Love Note by Tin Can Knits, for anyone that doesn't recognise the pattern. I will get a picture of it in a second because I printed out the pattern. So you'll see this pretty lace yoke, and I've even got a sleeve on a needle. That's how far I got. And I've almost finished the body, but then I was debating about, do I make it longer? Do I rip it back and make it shorter to go over the unlikely event that I might wear a dress? It's probably not happening. But then, because these are the colours that I've got left, I'm not loving how it's going to work out. So I don't know whether to rip it out or rip it back to maybe here, where I am enjoying the colours, and find something that's more in harmony with the ones I've used already, and use these two and this one for something else.
Or the sleeves.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that might be good for the sleeves, because it doesn't actually clash with...
Yeah.
It works better with that, I think, because it's warm.
Yeah.
It's got yellow in it. I think it clashes with the very
like
cool of that lilac. Yeah, and it sort of like refreshes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a ridiculously quick knit, and you can see how big the needles are for the yarn, for DK yarn.
Gosh, yeah. What size are those?
I don't know, maybe 6 or 6.5 mil, probably.
On a DK?
Yeah, you're supposed to knit it with 4-ply and like lace weight or something, you know, like a 4-ply or a lace weight with a mohair. That double-stranded halo business.
Okay.
So I'm kind of meh in about that. Let me see if I can find the picture. So, can you see that?
Oh, yeah, I know the one. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I mean, I would want it longer. I wouldn't wear it at that length, because it would just sort of sit above my belly going, look at that.
Yeah.
It's enormous, and it's in completely the wrong place.
I mean, it's nice that length with a dress, but even for me, if I was wearing it with jeans, I'd like it longer, because when you're moving about and sitting down and all the rest of it, it's just your back's going to get cold.
And I've been going through all magazines and things in the search for my books, which are now, I realise, are not at my house. But I found this and I thought of Helen Curzon. So,
oh yeah, that is cool.
absolutely, totally her. It's from the it was a freebie with the knitter, but the pattern's actually from Debbie Bliss Blueface Leicester Aaron pattern book. So
That's really nice.
it is nice. It's quite narrow at the hip though, and it's sort of enormous across. Let me find the schematic. So,
oh yeah,
you see what I mean?
Yeah, it calls itself a batwing. Yes, it's more of a batwing.
So
it looks like a poncho at first, but it's not really, is it?
No, it's definitely a batwing.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably be tempted to make it if Robert Pattinson was inside it, or Clooney, not Val Kilmer.
Definitely not Val Kilmer. Sorry.
Possibly Christian Bale. Definitely Robert Pattinson, who just squeaks through on it. His mum's older than I am, so he's allowed.
Okay. Yeah.
If you were younger than me, he'd be off the list.
Computer says no.
Yeah, it would be a bit lechy, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. Yeah.
I found some more of my 4-ply that I was messing around with.
Yeah, that one's mine. Sorry, you forgot.
No, it's aqua.
No, it's mine. It's on the blue spectrum. Anything on the blue
it's in a project bag that Helen made me.
Which is also mine because it's got blue-green spectrum.
So I've cast on.
That is definitely mine.
And my other colours, I've got.
Oh, look at those.
These, which just
gorgeous.
Harmonise perfectly. And then there's the darker green.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So do we know
the blues that we saw last week that were actually in the sweater?
Do we know what we're doing with these said?
A mosaic hat or cowl, but I can't get anywhere until someone posts me my books, and they're going to have to go by registered guarantee, because the combined total of replacing them is going to be about £200. And if they get lost in the post, I will be super cross. Or he could visit and drop them off.
Yeah.
Unlikely.
I've told you, you just need to threaten him that you're going to go up to his.
Yeah. Oh, and that was the other colour that I could possibly add into this.
See, again, that looks like those fruit salad chewy sweets we used to get as kids.
Yeah.
Love them.
And I was just messing around with mosaic with the Bambini linen colour and the little tiny ball of leftovers from my campsite cardigan.
Oh, yeah. What's that going to be? Is that just a swatch?
It's just a swatch. It's just messing around at this stage. I'm going to take the needles out because they're going to drive me mad in that bag. Put those over there. Woolfest. Do you remember we obsessing about a shawl?
Yes. With good, reason. Oh, look at that. When did you start that?
After we got back from Woolfest. Not Woolfest, Yarndale.
Yarndale, yeah.
Yarndale.
We were supposed to go to Woolfest.
And then I bought the other ball because I needed another ball. I'm about 55% of the way through, and you'll see that I've got one of my Yarndale stitch markers just in there to mark my central increases. So I need to join that in and get cracking with that. That shows, I think it's Efferhild or it's something like that. It's in my project, but
okay.
The value of a swatch, that's still going to be a design in progress. And played around with so many needle sizes with this yarn. Rowan Karma is a nightmare in terms of getting gauge or just getting it to behave. It just wants to be its own thing.
Yeah.
So I'll put that back in that bag. So yeah, the jury's is still out on what I should do over Love Note. I do really like the sweater and I definitely want one, but I don't know that I should make them with those colours. I'm not convinced. What else? Oh, You might be able to see some stuff behind me.
Can't see anything.
Can you not?
No,
we won't
not at all.
talk about it. We won't.
Come on, whip it out, love.
Anyway, let's see where we are. Yvonne says, I've just got water with leftover pasta right now, but we'll make some tea later. Have you got a sauce on your pasta, Yvonne? I quite like just plain old pesto and a bit of parmesan. On my needles is a new pie shawl design and a test knit of a tee for, is that Norichan Knits? Let me know if I've said that right, Yvonne, or correct me if I'm wrong. No, exactly.
I don't know
my marvellous pronunciation, but there you are. Oh,
I don't know
put
them.
that ball over there. What? Go away.
Oh, she wanting a fuss. Poor Arthur's all out of sorts, isn't he? Bless him.
Why? What's up with him?
Do you know where I planted all my new bushes in my garden?
Yeah.
And one of the, so it's like in an L shape, down the side where I've replaced the fence, and down the bottom across the other fence where you can see the dogs, and he barks and he scratches. So I put some bushes in front. Hopefully they'll grow and he won't be able to see them and we'll solve the problem. No, he just wants to trample all over them and shout and bark at the other dogs. And he was absolutely killing my very expensive bushes. So I've bought an anti-bark collar. So when when he barks, it beeps and vibrates, and he tries to run away from it.
Oh no!
So he's not barking. Normally he barks at everything.
Mean.
Oh, I put the printer on earlier, and normally he'd go mad at the printer, and he was going. It was too scared.
Oh, bless. So Yvonne said, I've just had some tomato mozzarella sauce from the store, low energy levels, but still back at work. Not much to see off the shawl yet, but
I feel your pain, Yvonne. It's week 2 for me. I'm knackered. Did you tell me it was a good idea to go back to work?
No, you told me it was. So there you are.
Oh, look at that.
Can you see the little bits of green just coming in the change of gradient? Is this going to be a full-on rainbow, Yvonne?
It looks at the moment like a beautiful burst of sunlight, doesn't it?
Cloak of visibility.
It's gorgeous.
Awesome.
Oh, I love it.
That's beautiful. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping.
And sort of you know, we can still see doggy snouts.
Yeah. What's the door's open? The door's open. Go on out.
Right. It's far too easy.
Bring the baby. Come on.
So I'm not sure how. I think I'm going to end up having to buy another ball of yarn, at least one.
Right.
Well, that is just gorgeous. Is that a fox?
I'm not sure if a fox or a ferret or something. It's really claggy. And
I think the nose is too long to be a ferret. So I've got this much left of one ball, and in my bag I have just one more ball left.
Right.
Now I've got, I think it's 4 inches on the body, like two stocking, 2 rib that I'd measured and decided I was going to do. And then I've got, they're only short sleeves, but I've still got sleeves, and I've still got stuff to go around, you know, bands and stuff. So I definitely don't think I'm going to do it.
All right. So Yvonne says her yarn is not quite a rainbow. The colourway is called Twilight and goes into greens and blue purple like the dark sky.
Beautiful.
Sounds fabulous.
You've woken Arthur up now with that squeak.
Have I?
Yeah. He thought you were calling him. Do you know this bag, right? I've had my Marian jumper in it. I put it in. I thought, oh, it's never going to fit in there. It actually does fit in here. I'm really quite impressed. I do like it.
I've just had a message off Ravelry telling me about Herdwick mode.
Oh, you getting to test it now, are you?
I guess I am. It's because I've gone with the remove drop shadows preference on the new theme. Oh, and here is the yolk of Yvonne's tea. So give me a second to open that up.
Let's have a look.
And then do my share my bob.
Oh, I've got Herdwick now.
Have you?
Yeah, I've changed. Changed to Herdwick.
Which is the best photo for representing the colour? Is it the darker one or the lighter one, Yvonne? I mean, both are lovely, but I like the sort of heathering on the yarn.
Yeah, it's lovely that, isn't it? That's definitely an Yvonne colour, that.
Yeah, most definitely. And with the black as well for the secondary. Yeah, I think that's really going to work. That's a beauty.
It is. It is. Oh, while we're sharing, can I share something with you?
You can. Oh, Helen says she got her headphones on, so Gilly didn't hear the squeaky. Sorry about that. I should have done a spoiler alert, shouldn't I?
Arthur came over to his toy thinking, oh yeah, Mum wants to play.
Oh, Yvonne says that my guess about how to say Noriko-chan is as good as mine. She's Japanese and she only saw the name written. I haven't got a Scooby. We're still through. And the darker photo is truer to colour. Yeah, we thought that was more you.
Yeah.
Test finished, so now it is an option for everyone. All right, good. Well, I might give it a try.
I've put it on just to give it a try. Right, have a look at this. Right, hang on. Can you see that photo? Oh. That is one of my test knitters has shared a picture of her granddaughter wearing my trolleys that she knitted.
Oh,
how cute, and they fit perfectly.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, how gorgeous.
It's adorable.
Adorbs.
Yeah, it's adorable. So I was sorting out my samples and garments and stuff that I've knitted, and I've made a really conscious effort to try and get my colours to work together and to work with me and not against me.
Okay.
So the stuff that I'm sort of wearing a lot is kind of behind, and you'll see that Victoria is at the back with the new ranunculus sweater that I finished last weekend, and there's a little khaki scarf it's got gold and silver threads running through the scarf, and then it's got a gold thread running through the yarn of the sweater.
It's gorgeous.
So that just picks up, and then I've got a pile of jumpers, so I thought I might take my headset off a second and grab those and then talk you through my logic.
Yeah, go on. We like your logic.
I'm glad someone does.
It's better than my logic. Because people who know me know I don't have any logic. I just, flip from thing to thing. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm just a little excited.
Behind door number 1.
Oh.
So I've talked about how not everybody suits black and not everybody suits white. I will wear creamy colours if I'm certain that they're the right level for me, but that would be as close as I get to white, sort of typically. And this is a linen knitted tee, right. And I've got half a dozen of these from Colours fashion shows, because they pretty much always have them in whenever you go to one of these. So if they've got my size or anything close, because they do grow, then I buy a load of them and I'll wear them with cardigans, sweaters, jumpers, underneath something just a layer, or great for a summer's day where you want something that's light but covers your underwear without too bad. One of the first shawls that I made when I returned to knitting after a bit of a hiatus, this is called Garden Pond, and I think I've shown you this before. It has got some beading. Can you see the beads?
Yeah, on your points.
Was that those beads?
Oh, there's some in between there as well. Yeah, just noticed that.
Yeah, they're harder to see.
Yeah,
they are there. And I picked this particular yarn. It's Araucania Ranco sock, and I picked it because the colours remind me of Monet's garden in Giverny.
Yeah.
And it's something I've got pictures of around the house, and when I used to paint years ago, it was something that I absolutely adored, and I love watercolours and the effects that you can get, and this was something that I enjoyed, but I've always tried to have accessories that work with it.
Yeah.
So this is Lana Stop Dolce Cashmere. It's behind the green door cowl. This pattern is by, I think, Patricia Martin or something like that. I don't know if it's still available, but it wouldn't be a hard pattern for somebody to work out, to be honest. It's not massively complex.
It looks lovely.
Now, I might have knitted a sweater. You won't have heard of this designer at all.
No.
It's Vera. It's not been released yet. It's by a very little-known designer called Sadler.
Yeah, nobody knows her. Nobody cares about her.
No, just clueless, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So I knitted this, and it was with the Lana Stop Bambini, and then assorted drops, Fable and Delight colours that I had left over from this.
Yay!
And a little bit from a cardigan.
So
all worked really well. But whenever I see scarves at car boots, thrift stores, or anything else that I think will go nicely with my outfits and my colour palette, then I pick them up, and this was 50p.
Wow, bargain.
But it works really well with this, and I've got some burgundy trousers in the deeper colour. It goes with my darker brown outfits. It goes with this kind of pink.
Perfect.
It goes with slightly stronger pinks. So just playing around with it. And then my gardening jeans, actually, because they're ripped on the crotch, you know, thigh rub, what can I say? But they used to be a lot darker, and you can probably see from near the pockets where as I've washed them, they've got lighter and lighter, but this sort of faded brick colour works really well with the dusky pink.
Definitely, yeah.
Scarf. It looked, you know, it's kind of a match made in heaven and almost by accident. And it also isn't too bad with this scarf. This was eBay 99p. Oh, it's got the same pink as the jumper, just dotted every now and then in these little roses.
Yeah.
So again, I can wear that with the sweater, and it picks up the colours that are in the sleeve from the picnic yarn and just adds a little pop of slightly more strength. So
brilliant.
Take my headset off and grab the other ones now.
All right, next pile. Part A, now on to part B. Those ones look a bit more earthy coloured. Greens, browns, is that an orange? Yeah. See that? Oh, I like that one. Yeah. Oh, we're going into 3 parts? No, just 2 parts. Fab. Oh, I spot a really gorgeous scarf. She's so clever. I spotted a scarf.
Sorry?
I spotted a scarf.
Yes, you did. So this is an Alicia Plummer. It might have some ends hanging off it that haven't been woven in yet.
We didn't see those.
It's the bulky version of Ease, or Ease, I think it's called.
Gorgeous.
Very much my kind of colours. It goes reasonably well with the scarf.
What yarn is that?
It's a Sadler. I would have to look in my projects, to be honest.
Right.
This will be my mother. 2 seconds.
Oh, there you go. See, you get all the live stuff here.
Is it important?
Is it important? I love that.
Want to say hello?
Did you tell her? Go away. I'm on the line.
Okay. Bye.
That's funny. Did you not tell her? I'm on the line.
Honestly, every week we had this conversation about I didn't ring you Saturday because I knew you'd be live on Facebook. No.
Thursday and Sunday, Mum.
Yeah, usually. So, do you want me to check the yarn?
No, it's fine if you
Projects.
haven't got it to hand. I just like to know all the little details, you know me.
I think the project was called something like "I Just Need Sleeves" or something like that.
Hashtag Sleevegate again. I mean, come on.
Oh, here we go, bulkies. I haven't even got a photograph of it finished. How awful is that? It's Serdar Faro Chunky.
Okay. And when did you cast it on?
Is Wildwood. And I've got enough for at least one more sweater. And I cast it on during Ravelry's. Oh no, I cast it on in 2017, February 12th.
And when did you finish?
Ravelry's 2018, I finished it for the first time, and then I didn't like the neck, and I ripped out the neck.
Right, okay.
So I finished it again this year. So I've sort of been working on this for quite some time.
And how much wear has it got?
I wore it once with the sort of funnel neck, and I just found it really uncomfortable. So then I went with the crew neck.
Right.
I think that's going to work a lot better for me because I could wear a collared shirt under it and not feel quite so bad. And I now don't know if I didn't go a bit mad and make it too long.
All right.
And because I like my burnt oranges and rusty
Love burnt orange. That's nice.
This is Ileus by Isabel Kramer. It's got the folded over collar.
Oh, yeah.
Got the contrast pocket lining.
Oh, that's cute.
I might even put a little button onto those little pockets.
Yeah.
The sleeves were picked up and knitted down.
Right.
I hated that with a passion, and I just knew that this was never going to get finished. So I ripped them out.
Okay.
I measured the armhole depth and the shaping and what the cap needed to be, and then sat down and calculated my sleeves bottom up and knitted them from the cuff flat so they are seamed for structure, and they will last me a lot better. And I am so much happier that I did that. And I like the finishing touch on the sort of pearl row. You do oxide pearl rise on the bands.
You do realise that the whole advantage of knitting someone else's pattern is that you don't have to do maths.
Yeah, but I just knew that it was it had been sat around for over a year.
Right.
It was never going to get finished.
Hashtag Sleevegate.
This is probably one of the fastest cardigans I've ever made. And
it would have been even faster if you didn't have yarn issues in the middle.
And if I hadn't actually modified it and made more knitting than needed to be, because as you can see from the front, it's supposed to drop down here, and I added all these extra stitches in for boobage and belly coverage.
Mm-hmm. So yet more maths that you know.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a lot of maths. I had to add enough increases to go up to the next size. So that the charts would fit for the next size. So that was as much logic I had to apply. This was another eBay 99p scarf, or either that or it came in a box of scarves and other accessories, because I buy job lots of things and then put them into seasons and colours, and anything for me never makes it to the shop.
Strange that.
Odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I like these little tassels. I am planning, can you see them?
I can see them now, yeah. They're cute.
I am planning to go over the silver.
Yeah.
With this nail polish that's got a bit of coppery glitter to it.
Yeah.
And do those in copper, because the silver's just wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's a warm brown and it's gold. The collar on this cardigan, it's a Serdar pattern, never making it again.
Have a look at that one then.
It's drop shoulder. It's far too wide in the body, despite me narrowing it.
Okay.
The sleeves, as a consequence, are also ridiculously long for gorilla arms, because what they've done with their pattern is just put sleeves on to fit from something else, and not thought about the fact that the shoulder is considerably wider than it should be already, which
Right.
makes your sleeves longer. So
Yeah.
the sleeves will be down here on me. And several times now I've had to remake this collar, and that bit was mothed.
Oh no.
But that snapped.
Oh.
Now what happened, and that bit snapped, and it's because I have to tug it
Yeah.
to get it on, because the shoulders are such an awful fit, and to get the sleeve, and it sits wrong on my shoulders. I love the yarn. I love
Okay.
the colours. I'll try and get in close on the yarn so that you can see the sort
Is
of
that one for the frog pond then?
Yeah, it's going to be frogged.
I love that yarn. You've got to give that a new life, because that is
It's
gorgeous.
got some blue and flecks of yellow and a little bit of teal in there, and it's just a beautiful yarn. It only took about 5 or 6 balls of the yarn, and this yarn was super cheap. It was a bag and haul from Kemp's.
It reminds me a bit of that, you know, the Stylecraft Highland Heathery one. What was the colour? Was it gorse or something?
The one that I used for campside.
Oh, was that? No, because it's lighter than that.
It is.
More of a green, more of a grass green. But it just reminds me.
It goes really well with it. And if this had been a jumper, and that cardigan will go really well over the top of it.
Well, you know what you need to do now, don't you?
Design a jumper.
Yeah, or just get one of the campside jumpers and make it in a nice, quite snug fit.
Why would I need to get the pattern when I've already got the pattern?
Well, you know what I mean.
Obviously, olive green just goes with all of the above.
Yeah.
I found today in a box my Yuma sweater.
Oh, why did that get put away?
I think to keep it safe while I was moving furniture around.
Oh, right, okay.
And I've tried it on today, and I totally love it. If I were to be really, really picky on my slightly more muscular than I would like arms, it cuts off about there, and it's just a tad tight.
Okay.
It's not uncomfortable, but I'm aware of it while I'm wearing it. So I'm tempted to go back in, unpick, reattach the yarn, and use a stretchy bind off. Or bind off with a bigger needle, or just something to make that slightly looser. But I can see that the fit that I've got now, this will fit me for quite some time as I shift some weight as well.
I was going to say, it's not really, is it, though? Because you're going to lose all that weight in the next few weeks, and then it's just going to be like a tent on you soon.
No, at the moment it looks like it's been sprayed on.
Oh, right.
So I've got quite a bit of positive ease to play with. So we've got some comments.
Okay.
Where are we at?
We're hiding.
Yvonne said she had that purple yarn for her sweater for years and didn't know what to do with it because of the limited yardage, and the pattern is really good for yarns like that where you've only got so much and you need to use it with something else. Oh, Yvonne says the scarf is perfect with the sweater.
It is, yeah.
And that she's making pomegranate tea right now. Oh, that sounds so good. She's added another photo of the shawl project that shows the gradient yarn if anybody's curious. Yeah, we should really have a look.
We are nothing if not nosy. Well, I am anyway. Definitely nosy me.
That's good. It's all interesting.
I like to know everything. Tell me all the details.
Gosh, that's taking a while to load.
Has it gone on strike?
It's doing something. It's not playing with the Ravelry link at all.
That's rude. I can hear my dog doing some heavy breathing, so if you hear it, it's not me, I promise. Not tonight, anyway. Is it?
I don't like the way that they add all of this crap onto the URL for the tracking for Facebook. I find it quite offensive.
They've done what?
Oh, they add all sorts of tracking into the links when you click anything on Facebook.
Why?
because they're a bunch of imbeciles. Right, here we go.
Is it working now?
Yeah. Gosh, that's taken a while. Share screen. There we are.
Oh, yeah. So she's going from the middle. That is lovely, isn't it?
It's beautiful. Yeah, it makes sense to have the darker colours lower down on it. But yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely.
I've always said that myself. I prefer it.
What's the yarn? I'm not even going to. Garn manufacturer Lola Fab Verlausgarn Fearfach.
Now, there's no reason to swear.
It is Fearfach, isn't it? Not Forfach. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to know what it was. So it's 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. So the acrylic will give it some stability as well. So let's get rid of that one.
Gorgeous.
Page isn't available.
Why is it not? That's rude.
Why aren't we back in the group?
What I can see is.
Yeah, honestly, it's just Facebook or it's my laptop or something's playing up tonight.
Is there a glitch in the matrix?
I think there must be. Let's get rid of that. It might be that my laptop is doing a stupid update I had a year and it's running sneaky updates.
Why would it do that? It's rude.
Because it's just big ignorant. Let's see if I can get back into the group.
No, you just have to stay out. We'll just sit inside and laugh at you sitting on the outside.
Oh, that's okay. I'm kind of used to that.
No, look at Loraine.
I'm pretty much always on the outside. I'll just watch from here.
That's fine.
What else did I want to show? Do you want to have a closer look at ranunculus? Well,
of course.
We've got her. Right.
Why wouldn't we? It's just a silly question, really, isn't it? I mean, come on. You want to look at something knitted? I think so. Let's have a look. Oh! Oh, dear. Here we go. Stop with the squeaky toys. He woke up again. He hears it. Go back to sleep. It's not for you.
In your bed.
Nightmare. Oh, here she comes. Oh, she's stolen the rain seat.
Sorry about that. Labrador's on acid.
She's stolen your seat. Kick her out. Tell her.
She's just a bit cheeky, isn't she?
Well, just say, it's not COVID secure to keep jumping in somebody else's seat like that. It needs to be cleaned down first.
Yeah, so I haven't actually woven in any of the ends. I know you'll find that very hard to believe. You would never believe that of me.
Not at all.
I don't know, can you see the gold thread?
We certainly can see the glitteriness, the sparkliness.
It's a very pretty yoke.
It is lovely.
And it's so simple and just really well written. And
I think you knitted it twice this week, didn't you?
I did knit the yoke twice. I wasn't happy with the gauge the first time. It wasn't coming out drapey enough for the yarn.
Right, okay.
And I went up 2.5 needle sizes maybe.
Wow.
I ended up with 7.5mm needles and 8 for the sleeves.
So what yarn is that?
This is Sadler Romance.
Okay.
It's acrylic. I think it's got a small amount of wool in it. And then it's about 40% of what Sadler call cashmere type fabric.
What?
That's what it says on the label.
No
idea what that means. I think it means soft acrylic. And it's got a soft, fluffy feel. And were it not for the gold glittery threads, I honestly would have thought that there was at least 10% cashmere in this, because it is buttery soft. I'm wide neckline. I didn't like the narrow neckline. And she did short row shaping at the back, and then she did short row shaping at the front neck. To to make it like a boat neck, and it felt weird and lumpy.
You just weren't happy.
Put it on, I didn't like it, so I ripped out the short row shaping, and I got down to the bottom of the yoke, and I thought, this is going to fit Barbie. It's never going to fit me. So we have to go with that. So I'll put her back over in the corner.
So that yarn, that Sadler yarn,
yeah,
that reminds me from here. Obviously, I can't feel it, but it's very much like that other Sadler one that I used for my ease that time.
No, it's not shiny like that.
Oh, right, okay.
And it's not as light. It feels heavier. The closest thing I could approximate it to is like Drops Air.
I don't think I've got any Drops Air.
That's a blown yarn where it's like a mesh,
like in the tube,
like thin stocking.
Yeah.
Teeny long stocking.
And it holds it inside it, doesn't it?
Have the yarn blown through it.
Yeah.
And this is what it feels like. It's very light and very lofty, but it's got substance. Whereas the Sadler soft spun, to me it's like wearing a nylon sheet. You're just waiting for the static. You're waiting for the thunder as you move around in your bed. It's just, and for all the wrong reasons, not the fun.
I'm going to say, what are you getting up to in your bed? Because there's no action going on in mine.
No, none at all. Right, I'll take my headset off and put this back.
All right. That's funny. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little bit quiet in the bedroom. That's probably a good idea, to be quiet in the bedroom. Knackered, need the sleep. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes. Dark circles, look at that. See? Sorry, am I just trying to scare everyone? Oh, she's back. Go on then, get settled down. I was scaring everyone with me.
Now.
Look at those dark circles.
Oh dear.
I was just saying, I caught a glimpse of myself and I'm thinking, I look like I haven't slept for about a year.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, it's not good luck, is it?
Yeah, it is what it is.
The hair's everywhere, like.
It's fine. Where's that echo from? Is it for me? Or...
The what, sorry?
Is there an echo at your end? I'm kind of getting a bit of reverb every now and then. No, seems to be stopped now.
Cool. Excellent.
Stop it.
I'm trying not to eat the chocolate.
Why?
Because, you know, too much chocolate's not good, is it, really? Although, to be fair, I didn't eat anything at all today until about 3:30. So busy.
Did you not pass out? I couldn't get to 3:30 without food. By 11:30, I'd be...
No, I was all right. I'm used to it. I don't normally eat till 2 o'clock now anyway. So it's only a little bit longer.
Why?
Yeah. Just because I don't eat at work and I get busy and then by the time I get home and put something in the oven to cook.
Breakfast before you go to work?
No, because if I ate before when I eat, I then get really hungry and I want to eat all the things.
Right.
So I just don't eat and then I'm fine.
That makes sense. I suppose. Anyway,
can't help it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you want a sneak peek?
We love sneak peeks. Come on, let's have a sneak peek.
I'll have to pull some yarn down from the...
Oh look, that's mine.
From me big ball.
That is definitely mine.
It is a tealy blue.
Yeah.
So can you see my leg?
Are you making me my jumper for Christmas? My Christmas cardie?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not. But...
My feelings are hurt. That is beautiful.
This is Alicia Plummer's new design. I think it's called Garnered.
Cardigan.
It's a cardigan. It's
Bottom up.
sleeveless, bottom up. This is the back.
Okay.
Knit up to the shoulders, short row shaping, garter on the shoulder shaping.
Yeah.
And then join to the fronts with a 3-needle bind off, and then borders and such from there. But I think the bottom is an unfinished edge. I've got a tiny bit of rolling, but this is 30% wool and 70% acrylic, and it's for my mother so that she doesn't shrink it to death in like the boil wash as she does. Bless. You know, she could felt a rock. So I'm thinking that it'll be fine for her. And the proportions in the pattern, it's cropped length. It's only about 12.75 inches from the underarm.
Yeah, I definitely think that you made a mistake when you were describing that there. When you said it's for your mother. Sorry. Who is it for?
It's for my mother.
Who?
Have you sent me?
I think that would just look gorgeous with this.
It probably would. I would really suit Stanhope. But, you know,
oh, do you know, I honestly, seriously do not know where Stanhope is.
It might be in my house. Could well be.
Oh, right. Yeah. It just sort of like it took itself off to where it knew it was wanted, because it knew it wasn't wanted here anymore. It's unloved.
Oh, bless. You're just not giving it any attention, are you? But I think it's a really pretty lace pattern.
It is gorgeous.
Instructions given. She knitted it. Is it Quince & Co. Kestrel?
Yeah, she likes them.
It is really nice, and it would be lovely in a linen. I can imagine making that for myself for summer, but I would make a smaller size than she's suggesting. She's saying around about 4 inches of positive ease, and for me, I would want negative ease. I would want to make a 41 possibly rather than a 44.
Quite big, isn't it? 4 inches of positive. It's quite a lot.
Yeah, it is. And it would just end up looking like a lacy sack for me.
Yeah, I think the skinnier you are, the more you can get away with positive ease, to be honest. It sounds counterintuitive, but I think if you are on the slightly larger size, the more fitted to your body, it just accentuates the good bits.
Yeah, I think so. And it skims more easily over the curves rather than sort of being like a sack. And that's my worry with it. My mum's got very broad shoulders. For all she's only 4'10".
Yeah.
She's only a little mare, mummy. But she's broad on the shoulders from years of swimming and club swinging, you know, the like club things.
Like the Duke of Edinburgh.
She used to do that with the Salvation Army. My gran had the idea that because my mum was tiny and she was premature and she was about 4 pounds when she was born, she was lucky to survive, given the era and the lack of care. It wasn't like there was proper intensive care compared to now.
No.
She was really, really small, and they kept her in a shoebox in the drawer. You know, keep her warm and buy the.
It's like the runt of the litter, isn't it? That's what
Absolutely. And my gran became all her relatives. She had loads of sisters and massive family. And they were always, get her running, get her going swimming, that'll help her grow. So she did gymnastics. She was in Edinburgh Harriers. She used to go running. She swam at the Olympic pool. She did the club swinging. She took the pledge, Salvation Army pledge. Busted that a few times, but never mind. But she never grew. She just got to 4'11". And stopped. Now she's shrunk a bit with her osteoporosis.
Do you know what? I feel her pain. She'll be the same as me. When I was in year 6, about 11 years old, I was the tallest in the class. And then I just stopped at that point, never anymore, and everyone overtook me. And your mum will be exactly the same.
Yeah, she will. Right, I'm just going to knock that off now. So I'm back in. I can see us.
Hello.
So, yeah.
Nice to see you. How you doing?
So Yvonne says they make lovely gradients with wool as well and are quite affordable. Even though I massacred their name. But it's fun.
Did you say it was Japanese?
The pattern, the yarn's German.
Right.
It certainly looks like German.
I can't speak German.
I did German at school. My German is pidgin German. Yeah. I can book a room and a hotel and pay a bill.
Ein Strudigen Sie bitte, wo ist die Toilette?
One of the things that really tickled me at school was they had this sort of family who were in cartoons that used to teach us about family life and the vocabulary. And that I always remember a conversation between the mum and the dad and him saying, "Bitte nicht unterbrechen, meine Liebe. Please don't interrupt, my dear." And it was all, my love, it was all very condescending, and he was the important one and she shouldn't interrupt. He was the man. And it was that kind of teaching that we learned. But as a language, it's very like Old English, and it's much easier to learn German than it is to learn French, I think. And once you've learned a bit of German or French, you can kind of make your way with Italian or Spanish. And there's lots of similar sounding words that you can.
My dad used to have a song. My dad used to have a song that he used to sing to us, and he said, what was it? Guten Tag, something Wiedersehen, kommen Sie her, bringen Sie Bier. Oh, look, Yvonne said that my sentence was really important. See, that's two. I know two sentences. Ein Strudigen Sie bitte, wo ist die Toiletten? And ein Strudigen Sie bitte, wo ist die Kirche?
I remember things like Wie komme ich am besten? What's the best way to?
Ein Schokolade bitte.
Well, yeah. So we could manage with the important stuff, like the loo, the beer, the chocolate.
Yeah.
The train.
Church.
That. But yeah, I am ashamed that we're not better at languages. I think.
What about what is German for where is the wool shop? Ein Strudigen Sie bitte, what is the, and then we need wool shop, and then we'd be sorted. What else would we need?
I don't know.
Come on, Yvonne, what's wool shop in German?
It's probably something like Wool shop, or I don't know, it might be kiosk, or...
We're sorted then, aren't we?
I don't know. Obviously Yvonne will know.
Well, we'll definitely,
Falling with laughter now, or just thinking, oh my God, stop.
Zwei Bier, right? And then zwei Bier bitter and Dankeschön. And then after a little while, then we'll need Ein Strudigen Sie bitte, wo ist die Toiletten?
I thought you might want me to send you a photograph of this so you could paste it in for your baby stuff.
Oh, wow. An owner's manual.
This invaluable owner's handbook will ensure many years of trouble-free operation from your new baby, covering such essential subjects as basic and advanced operating features and modes, program selection, optional add-on accessories, routine servicing and maintenance, technical specifications, and much more.
I like it.
I love it. So there's a forward. With regular care and servicing, your new baby is guaranteed to provide many years of trouble-free operation, countless hours of family fun and entertainment. Delivery note. We apologise for any delay in delivery of your new baby, but we can accept no liability for circumstances beyond the manufacturer's control, such as chronic underfunding and understaffing of the health service, shortage of maternity beds, unavailability of hospital anaesthetics. All complaints should be directed to your nearest health authority or politician.
I like it.
Unpacking and assembling your new baby.
Unpackaging. Yeah, it could be a bit difficult to unpackage them. Some of us have more difficulty than others.
It's way up. Yeah, I
That is
really
brilliant.
brilliant. Tickle points.
Oh yeah.
Which
Is that to stop it from making that horrible noise that it makes?
is early morning, middle of the night alarm function. Fully automatic built-in feature of the new baby. Cannot be reset or
Oh
cancelled.
no.
Storage when not in use. Just that's wrong.
Okay.
If anybody's not sure.
What are we supposed to do with it then?
Oh, I think the right one is to put it in its cart. Oh, I thought that was good. Major league areas. You might
Oh
need to
yeah,
put that
yeah,
into your trolleys pattern. Just
yeah.
for
That'd be quite cool. And knickers. We've got knickers
fault
coming as well.
diagnosis chart. Crying, hunger. Crying, wind. Crying, damp. Crying, smelly. Crying, tired. Crying, teething. Not crying, possibly asleep.
Yeah, it's finally gone quiet and you poke it to make sure it's all right.
Protective gear for nappy changing.
Oh, hazmat. Excellent.
Yeah, I just thought it was so much fun. I knew I had this somewhere. But yeah,
I love it.
Could be.
It reminds me of those, you know, the Ladybird books, the spoof ones. Those are brilliant. Like, I think I've got a husband one downstairs or something.
Oh, here we are. There's Yvonne to the rescue. Voice de vol Laden. Laden or Laden?
What is the vol Laden?
Laden or Laden?
I would go Laden.
Laden. Jake says I have to show you this. This is HMS Albion.
Ooh.
And it's one of the ships I worked on at the shipyard. And this is from, I think, about 91 or 92 or
wow,
something like that. So yeah, landing platform dock replacement. And you see these little white thingy bobs there?
Aye.
They keep it upright when it's on dry land in dry dock being worked on. Once she's in the water, those have to be cut off with welding equipment underwater.
My husband used to be the ship's diver in the Navy. He was on HMS Orpheus.
And I thought you might like to see that photograph. I don't know. Can you see that okay?
Can see some of it. It's a bit blurry.
Yeah, it's not the best.
There's two ladies wearing pink.
The little one is Sally, who had Joshua a couple of years ago. The man on the right, as I'm looking at it, the shorter man, has a baby on his back. That's Becky, who had a little girl earlier this year, Isabel Grace. I'm the one in the pink jacket, and that's Jake's dad on the left, the taller one. He and Ken are wearing the same jacket, and I don't know if you can see the details, but
yeah, it's got like
try and get a scan. These are from Jumpers, where I worked at head office at the time, so I got staff discount. And it's a fleece jacket, and then it had knitted zigzags in the various colours. And little did we know that I should have been wearing that greeny colour all along instead of the pink that I did wear. And then I found a box of leaflets from Woolfest 2013.
Wow.
Atlanta Stop knitting kit, Debbie Bliss 25% off. Debbie Bliss, Blueface, Lester Aaron. And on the back was the pattern for the Candy Baby bonnet I found the other day, so I don't have to write the pattern.
Yay! That's a win.
I knew I'd done it.
There you go, see?
I knew I'd done it for something. I just couldn't think what. I only did it in baby size, one baby size.
Right. Because it was a free pattern.
But once I knew what I'd called it on the leaflet, and then found the leaflet, and in the same folder were all the grading instructions for the preemie, the baby, the toddler.
Perfect. So you're good to go?
Yes, so I'm good to go with that, and then I'll release it at the same time as the cardigan.
Are you going to put it up for testing?
I will do, yeah.
Because I might be interested in doing a little testy of that.
Yeah,
so we've got quite a bit of baby yarn left.
It's super, super easy. So yeah, that was a really nice surprise that there's some work that I've done already and I don't have to do now.
I love it.
Yeah.
What more can you want?
Is this light better? I've got my ring light here.
You've got a soft glow.
Yeah, I'll turn it up and then you can see what you think of the difference.
Go on then. Go on. Go on. Ah! Turn it down! Turn it down!
It burns us! It burns us! It's like, oh.
Are you having your own private disco there?
Yeah, and I'll put it to cool.
Oh yeah, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah, so if I turn that up on cool.
Oh my god, as if you've got all these different lights going on. I've got on or off.
It wasn't expensive.
Oh wow. Oh,
That about right now?
Yeah. Oh.
About that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll
go with that one for now.
Yeah, go with that one because the other one's slightly, you look like you're getting ready to go to bed. You've turned the dimmer switch down.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, isn't it?
Because
usually I have a light which is one of my daylight lamps, which is actually on the desk behind the laptop, and I usually have that on. But it's a cool light. Right. I always look like I've warmed up with it, and I just thought, no, I'm having my proper warm light tonight. So I've got 2 of these. I'll just move it so you can see.
Oh, hello.
2 ring lights.
Ring a rosy.
On little stands. A bit of a nightmare to place, and to sort of angle them so that it points at you and not at everything but you. And I've got 2 of those. So I usually have those directly opposite me on the sofa is the fireplace, and I have a dining table in front of that. The big telly that isn't working is on the wall, but I'll get it fixed when the shop opens. It's just not open at the moment. Right. So I've got the telly in front of that, and I have my new photo backdrop on top of the table all the time now, because it's vinyl and it's quite heavy, and we can eat off it. It's not. I can.
Yeah, you can clean it.
Put my glass plate mats on top, and it's fine. So we can still use that as the dining table. I just moved the TV back, and that worked quite well. And I'm thinking that when I do tutorials and stuff, I'm going to do that alternate SSK one next week. I'll be able to pull a chair up. I've got one of those gorilla clasp things for the phone, so I can look through the phone and have my hands underneath doing the knitting. So I should still be able to do that, and then have the lights either side to balance the light.
Sounds perfect.
And one of them plugs into the back of the telly, and the other one plugs into one of the USB chargers over there. So yeah, just made in heaven.
So as it's been a while since we chatted, shall we describe your week in 6 words, and everybody at home can tell us their week in 6 words?
Gosh, 6 words.
Yeah, you're not allowed anymore. And try and make it an actual sentence rather than just random words. And anybody listening, tell us your week in 6 words. Mine was extremely busy and not done yet. Oh, I love the maths.
Busy meetings, too much food, starving.
You're one of your Labradors, aren't you?
I am a Labrador. Yeah, slightly less hair, and much more of that'll be gone tomorrow because I'm going for a haircut in the morning. So yeah.
Happy haircut day. We want to see photos.
Can't wait to get that done.
Michelle says she's just noticed the pug pillow watching us.
Oh, he's there every week.
He's been there for a long time. Has he got a name?
George.
George the pug. I'm not very keen on pugs, you know.
Well, it's because it's meant to be. They're not my kind of dog. I wanted a British bulldog.
I'm not fussed on those either.
But the pug cushion was £1.50 in the sale, and I thought it was cute. And Jake hates them, so that's where Jake sits. So I put the pug cushion behind it. Every time he comes in, he goes, "That bloody dog."
So he's not really like keeping an eye on us. He's really keeping an eye on Jake.
Yeah, but it's
like
really
over his
soft.
shoulder.
And when you're snugged up under a blanket and you just want somebody to sort of cuddle, it's that almost velvety feel to the cushion. It's ridiculously soft. It's like a puppy tummy. It's really, really nice.
So Yvonne says, still tired. My son is 16. Wow.
Oh my God.
Love it.
How did that happen, Yvonne?
It's just scary, isn't it? How's mine 19? How's yours 20?
Oh, we're not even gonna. Yeah.
We're not even
Oh,
gonna go.
Helen is re-knitting the last blanket block still. Is this the one that you ripped out because it wasn't quite wide enough, and then you decided it wasn't going to be tall enough? Is that the one I'm thinking of? The one you were working on Zoom on Saturday when I fell asleep and missed it.
Did you fall asleep whilst on Zoom or before you got onto Zoom?
Before I got on Zoom.
That was lucky. So you weren't sitting there snoring your head off and everyone's laughing at you?
No, that'll probably be bored on Tuesday. I got the traffic commissioner on Monday in Warrington for the bus charity, and it's going to be about a 3-hour drive there and about a 3-hour drive back, and we have to leave at 6:30. And Sunday's Jake's first day at work, and I've got to get up at 5:30 because I am le taxi.
Oh, I think that
is the block that Helen's working on, but it's going to be fabulous, and you know it'll work this time. Oh, Yvonne says she's no idea how that happened. He was tiny just a short while ago. Yeah. And did you get given a handbook with your baby? Did you get given one of these?
I think we should have all got one. Do you remember those Hayden car manuals? Don't they have one for babies?
The Haynes, yeah.
Yeah, the Haynes.
This says hand wash only, low temperature. Do not machine wash. Do not dry clean. Do not spin dry, tumble dry. Dry flat. Do not hang out. Do not iron.
Oh, it's a hand knit.
Essentially, yeah.
Treat like your most expensive pure wool, not an acrylic blend.
This one I think is my very favourite. Checking levels in the overflow unit.
Yeah, dipstick.
Yeah. Squidge test. Sniff test.
Oh, I love it.
DIY servicing plan. Every 5 minutes, check that all kissing points have been kissed at least once since the last 5 minute service.
Love it.
Check baby's finger clutching function on a regular basis.
Okay, you could do that.
Check operation of smiling and tickling controls.
Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Leaks, refuel on a regular basis.
Yeah, but make sure you put the right one in, otherwise you have to call the AA out.
Check and adjust alignment of hair. In the event of a temporary lack of hair, wax and polish the baby's head.
Do you know what I really don't like? The lack of hair. The little baby girls, and they put like a clip on one little sticky up bit of hair.
No.
What's that about?
I do not know. My cousin's little girl, Isla, just every photograph of her before her hair grew, it's just entitled Wee Baldy.
I like it. Oh no, it's dark.
It won't be. It will adjust in a moment.
Okay.
On Facebook, it's quite bright.
Right. You didn't like it?
I don't know. Keep disappearing. Yeah. We'll see. You can tell me if you want me to turn the light up again.
So have you got a cloak of invisibility tonight then? Yvonne's working on her visibility cloak and you've got an invisibility one.
Yeah. I don't know if I've got visibility or invisibility because I'm either in trouble because everyone can see what I'm up to.
Yeah.
Or I'm wallpaper and nobody notices. And there seems to be no in between.
Right, okay. Something's going on then.
I was quite organised today. I had my pudding and my munchies done. So that was little pots of sugar-free jelly with blueberries and then a big blob of fat-free quark on the top. And I can't wait till next week when my syrups arrive and I can have some of the white chocolate and raspberry syrup in with the quark.
We're not talking to you.
I'll let you know if they're any good.
Cool.
I'll totally send you some.
Michelle and Elaine and I are going to try a bit of a jog walk on Saturday. First time I'll have gone out on my back since I tried to break it.
Yeah, that's not clever, is it?
No.
Oh, Yvonne says that her baby was with Emmanuel and she had to muddle through. I think we all just muddle through. You never know if you're doing it right. You just do your best. And it's fine. It's fine. You can never do any more than your best.
What's the saying? The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Well, the proof of the pudding in this case is the fact that he's turned out to be a gorgeous young man, so therefore she's done it right.
Yeah.
As have we all. We've all got gorgeous young men. I've got a gorgeous young girl as well, but you know. Sorry, the chocolate's coming out. I've tried to resist, but resistance is futile.
Oh, is this sort of equivalent to my knitwear unwrapping? Is it?
Yeah. Sorry, do you want to see the chocolate?
Yes, we do.
Dark chocolate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I might have to get some of that Rington's chocolate coffee cream thing. How do people feel about Turkish Delight?
Oh.
Yeah, I hate it. Hate it. I think it's the sweetie version of Marmite, isn't it?
I'm not a fan of Turkish Delight, so speak up if you are.
I think it is. You love it or you hate it. Hate it. Can't stand it. My mother-in-law was waxing lyrical about Turkish Delight today, and every time she said Turkish Delight, yeah, no, it's not good.
Rington's gift. Is it in the gifts?
No, I think she just bought a box. I don't know.
It could be in the treats.
Yeah, well, it's new.
Sweets and chocolates. Milk chocolate caramel wafers.
Sound nice.
Not seeing it so far. Oh, Rington's luxury mints, Rington's luxury chocolate Brazils.
Yeah.
I wonder if they come like Auntie's. This is chocolate Brazils with the chocolate sucked off them. Rington's dark chocolate creams limited edition. $5.99, free UK delivery available, it says.
Are those the 3 boxes?
Do you want me to share that so you can see?
Where is it? Is it the one with the coffee creams and the...
Yes,
those are the ones.
Lemon and lime, orange and coffee. I'm definitely having some of those.
Yes. I was going to treat myself to some for Christmas because everybody gets lovely things at Christmas and I don't have any.
Well, Mike and I don't buy anything at Christmas unless Prosecco is on offer and he gets me 6 bottles of Prosecco. But then that's got to last me till my birthday. Or this year, I've still got 3 of the 6 bottles in the fridge.
Oh, well, there you go. I
haven't been drinking. I've just not.
So if you look at those creams, if you look in the ingredients, it doesn't actually have milk. It says, you know, the normal disclaimer, allergies may contain traces of milk or whatever, but it doesn't actually have milk. It just has that soya, what do you call it?
Lecithin. Yeah, that's fine. Can manage a small amount of that. It's soya protein that's the big issue.
Yeah.
So, I'll have to get some of those. They look really nice.
I love coffee cream.
So what's the verdict on Turkish Delight? Michelle says no. Yvonne likes it in small amounts.
Helen doesn't like it.
And she's just talking about P at the moment, her son. She says, seems to turn out to be a good humour being as well with a strong sense for right and wrong. Well, exactly what I'd expect, Yvonne, because you'll have brought him up to respect kind of justice and to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Good.
They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. She likes Turkish Delight, but in small amounts. Michelle is a definite nope. And Helen says her father-in-law loved it. I found a photograph of my father-in-law. Do you want to see?
Yeah. We're seeing all the stuff tonight. It's in a nice frame as well. So, just saying, it looks like it's in a nice frame as well.
Yeah, it's a coppery frame. Can you let me just swap to the other screen? Can you see him?
I can see the screen. Oh no, there's me super big. Take it away. There.
Is that it?
There. Perfect.
Yeah. Jake is his double.
Really?
Yeah, and Jake's dad is Derek's double. So the three of them lined up are like peas in a pod. The difference with Jake is he's got the Birchall colouring.
Yeah.
They've all got green or brown eyes, hazel eyes, and Shirley's eyes were brown. Ours tend to be blues and teals, and Jake's got bright blue eyes like my dad. He was white blonde as a baby, and then it's gone darker now, it's brown now, but he will go white when he gets older. I think he's a bright spring, whereas Derek and Kevin, are most definitely autumns. They suit the sort of khaki and taupes and those kind of colours. So yeah, very sad, but he got to 91.
I love the fact that your father-in-law was called Derek and my father-in-law was called Eric. Reminds me so much. Did you ever watch Car Share?
Yeah, dogged.
With the dogging.
I think my favourite episode of all time of Car Share, though, was the one with the monkey.
The monkey. Honestly, I couldn't breathe.
When he's there in the back with the seatbelt on, and then it goes to him in the front, and his shirt rips, and his hair's all over the place, and his glasses are wonky, and everything's in just disarray, and then there's this stream of urine goes into the front of the car. Oh, the British. It's a class act here.
Honestly, if you've never watched Car Share and you can get hold of it, if you can get hold of Car Share, get hold of Car Share. Honestly, it was hilarious. I was listening to the radio this morning. You know Gary Lineker?
Well, not personally, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but you know of him. He has a brother, right, called Wayne Lineker. And apparently he has been, I don't think advertising is the correct word, but just describing his ideal woman, what he's looking for. And they had me in fits over it this morning. It was just hilarious. One of the things he said, I mean, some of it sounds all right, apart from the fact that you have to be with this Wayne idiot the whole way through. You know, must be willing to give up her career, must be able to sit on a beach in Barbados and all this, that and the other, which is fine. But then when he got to the bit where he said, must come without baggage because mine are all grown up.
Oh.
Really? Would you describe your children as baggage? I'm sure they'll enjoy that. And then what else did he say? Something about mustn't have shared a post on social media about teeth whitening.
Okay. I must admit, when I was online dating, I did have a profile that more or less said, if you cannot spell, understand, pronounce, or expand upon any of the words in this profile, jog on.
Yeah.
Because I am
did it help?
interested. It did, actually.
Excellent.
And it was really snotty, and, you know, I can't be bothered with you if you're an imbecile, and don't even bother if you're this or if you're that, because I cannot be bothered, and I'm not taking any prisoners. And just don't. Just
be honest.
Walk away was the tone of the profile. And I got 148 replies overnight.
They probably appreciated it.
Most of them liked the honesty. One of them I almost went out with, but he looked like Lurch, the butler off the Addams Family.
Oh, yeah. That's not great.
He was really, really funny, and he did make me laugh like a drain. He was really hilarious. And I told him about someone who, let's just say offline there was an issue, and he just made a really hilarious joke about it. And I thought, I wouldn't have been quick enough to have even seen that one, and I really appreciated the humour. But by that time I'd met Mike, who I have to say, his online picture, you could see that he was in a pub.
Right.
See his hair and his sort of upper body shape, and he had a pint glass in front of his face, so it was just all sort of like literally a bottle end. So you couldn't see what his face looked like. And I said, why did you have that as your picture? And he said, just to get rid of the pond life. And he said, only somebody serious or who really didn't care what I looked like would get in touch.
Aww. You're made for each other. Here you go. Can you see him?
Who?
Are you on the right screen?
I am.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh!
That's the bottle in there. She's trying to put the bottle in the bottle holder.
Oh, Yvonne says warning about the monkey would have been welcome. I almost spit my tea. Sorry about that, Yvonne. But yeah, you really have to watch the entire episode because it's just one of the funniest things.
Watch the entire series if she can get it.
Yeah, and another good one is Phoenix Nights.
Oh.
Also Peter Kay, but it's written with a guy called Dave Spikey. And there's an episode where they do a family fun day and they order a bouncy castle, which arrives but is more of the grown-up variety.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that's another one that...
Did they try and cover it up?
They lash it down and call it Sid the Snake. Yeah. That was amazing. I think the episode after that is really good as well because one of the guys was doing face painting.
Oh,
and he got his mates to paint his face like a tiger.
Oh, yeah.
And in every episode for the rest of the series, he used car paint so it won't come off. So his new nickname is Shere Khan. And I completely loved that. It was so British and off the wall and northern and exactly what you would expect to happen to you up here.
Honestly, Peter Kay is one of the funniest men ever. He really is.
Yeah, garlic bread is the future.
Oh, I don't.
I did see quite a funny meme earlier, and it was a picture of Anakin and Obi-Wan, young Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And Anakin's obviously wanting to get someone, so Obi-Wan's holding him back, and it says, take me on. And then there's a picture of Yoda going, take on me. And then about 50 comments of, aha.
That's brilliant.
Totally appealed to my sense of humour, and I must share it with Tanya because she's aha mad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because she got that other album, didn't she? She said she wasn't sure because she had it all, but then I think she caved, didn't she?
She did because it was a special edition or something to pay for his 156th child or whatever it was.
Right. Do you want to play a game?
Mhm.
Okay.
Everybody up for a game? What do you?
Everybody at home can join in because this is funny, right?
I've all gone okay.
Have you got a pen? I don't know if you want to.
I've got a pen.
Do you want to write your answers down?
Okay. Let me find a piece of paper as well.
And everybody at home, you can write your answers.
Checkbook and pen.
Which is coming back with Bradley Walsh, and I'm really stoked about that. So you could just write in the comments. So I'll give you 5 first names. Yeah. And you are going to tell me or write down. What should we do? Should we do just write down the second name? So, for example, if I said Emma, you might write Sadler. But these are all famous people. And we'll see if anyone on my list matches anyone on your list.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready? Okay, the first one, Robert. Ready?
Yeah.
Number 2, Susan.
Yeah.
Number 3, Henry.
You know who I'm writing down. I knew you said take it down, but that's just wishful thinking.
That's a whole different game. I don't think we can do that live.
No, probably not. We certainly couldn't put the video out for kids.
Katie.
Okay.
And the last one is Tom.
Okay.
Okay. So I wonder if anybody at home is playing along.
I've got 2 answers for number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Robert
Downey Jr. and Robert the Bruce.
Oh. Yvonne's got Robert Downey Jr.
It's because we've been watching Marvel films.
I put, hang on, Robert De Niro.
Oh, nice one. So, good list there. Susan,
Michelle got it, De Niro.
Yvonne's got Susan Crawford. I've got Susan Sarandon.
We've
both got Henry Cavill. We're going to have to fight this one out.
Oh, you are. Yeah.
Yvonne went for Katy Perry and I went for Katie Price.
Oh, lots of you going for Robert Downey Jr.
And I went for Tom Holland and she went for Tom Hiddleston.
Right. Hang on. Right. So Susan what?
Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon. Susan Boyle.
Oh, now Michelle's list. De Niro, Sarandon, Kissinger.
Ooh.
She's got Katie Price.
She's got Katie Price.
And what's your Tom, so to speak? Tom Hanks.
Oh, it's a good one.
So right. Helen had got Robert Downey Jr. Henry Mancini.
Oh.
Is that the one? Katy Perry. Tom Stoppard. Oh, that's a bit educated for us.
That's a good one, that one. Right, okay. Right, so we're on to Henry. We all know what you've put. There is only one Henry, isn't there?
Yeah.
Henry Cavill. Woo, 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 woo.
Helen's got Mancini.
No, sorry, Helen. There's only one Henry in this place. Are we ready? Katie
Price.
Piper.
Oh, we've got Price and Perry. Seem to be the ones that have popped up.
They were nearly right because it was a P. It was Katie Piper, the lady who got scarred by her ex-boyfriend, and she's like a model and stuff now, isn't she?
Yeah, and she's so much better than that waste of DNA, horrible little man that she used to go out with.
And the last one, Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, I've got Holland.
Oh.
And Helen's got Tom Stoppard.
See, Tom Stoppard was such a good answer. Nobody matched my 5 though?
No.
What do I win?
I don't know. What are the rules?
I win because nobody matched my 5. Next time on Sunday you can do 5 and I have to try and get yours. And whoever wins a Frank, get the door mug. I want
Jane Godley.
Yeah,
that would be really good.
Cool. But you're not allowed to take more than 2, maybe 5 minutes maximum to write your list. We don't want none of this like researching and being clever. It's just got to be names off the top of your head.
Yeah, they might be a bit obscure, but no, they'll be off the top of my head. I will follow the rules.
I enjoyed that. I like the fact that most people went for Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, yeah.
He's quite cute.
Oh, yes.
Robert De Niro, though. I'm sorry. Those eyes.
No.
I liked Robert De Niro.
No.
Oh, Helen didn't get the rules. Sorry, Helen.
I didn't get the rules either.
You just have to match my ones.
Yes, she didn't say that.
Look, why would I tell you the rules?
So she thought it was like House of Games where you need unique answers. No. Well, there you are. So Helen should really have won because she did get more interesting ones than we did.
Sorry.
Kind of obvious.
No, I can't be telling you the rules of the game because you might win.
Yeah, there's kind of a twisted logic to that.
I just, I've got a few more up here so that come Sunday when it's your turn, I'll just, bring the rule out. No, that doesn't count because.
I'm going to take my headset off. I'm going to close the back door because it's getting a bit cold.
Ooh, chilly. I thought that was fun. And I did like Helen's answers. Tom Holland was one that I thought of as well, Yvonne. But sorry, Tom Hiddleston, I really like him. I like him as Loki. He's funny. Oh, look, there goes her father-in-law. Are you back? I was just saying how I like Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
Oh, he's lovely. But if
Yeah.
Yvonne has got first dibs on Tom Hiddleston, that is the rule.
Is it? Is he hers?
Yes.
All right, I'll let her. You've stolen Henry.
Yeah, Henry's mine.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't speak.
See, I have this rule about Gerard Butler. I like to look at him, but I don't like to listen to him. I think I can't stand him when he starts talking. Is that wrong? Is that objectifying somebody?
Probably is, yeah. It's a bit like Jean-Claude Van Damme when he was a young man and in his prime, before all of the alleged drug use and all the rest of it. I mean, you could bounce a 50p off those butt cheeks. My goodness, it was a marvellous looking specimen. But you couldn't have had a conversation with him afterwards. He couldn't have strung a sentence together, bless him.
No. My sister said the same about David Beckham.
Oh, I just always think of that. What was the comedy show where Alistair McGowan and Ronnie Ancona, where she's Victoria Beckham and he's David Beckham?
Yeah.
She catches him in the bedroom dressing in Greenwood's jumpers. And David, what are you doing? Get this Gucci on. Get this Gucci on. He's got, but these are so comfy. And he's got Crocs on and just.
Oh, I love it.
He's like been shoehorned into these super fashionable clothes.
Talking of can't believe how old children are. Can you believe how old their children are?
We're not, yeah.
Honestly, that's just wrong. It's like the baby out of Friends. Is it like, you know, Emma, the baby that Rachel had? Isn't she something like 25 or something now?
I bumped into Anne and Don a few months ago. Before lockdown, I was in Ulverston and I was engaged to their eldest son, gosh, when I was 19.
Yeah.
I was about 21, I suppose. And I was godmother to his sister's little girl, Kerry Ann.
Right.
She's in her 30s and her children are, one's going to uni and I'm thinking, how is this possible?
I still can't think of anybody who was born in the 90s as being an adult, let alone in the new millennium.
I know. It's scary, isn't it? And this guy rang me up about a massive tree that used to be in the village. And eventually we got permission for them to, the neighbours clubbed together and paid for it to be removed. But it was going to be neck end of £1,000 between them. And he rings me up at 9:30 at night, screaming down the phone about 100-mile-an-hour winds. And I said, "Oh, is there a hurricane tonight?"
Right.
Well, no, but it's nearly 100 mile an hour. I said it's about a 40-mile-an-hour wind tonight. And I said it will be the 50th time that this has happened this year. And you were given a quote to remove that tree last year.
Yeah.
So sort yourselves out, sort your money out, and the tree will go. Well, it's the fault of South Lakes Housing, it's this, it's that. And I said, how can it be the fault of South Lakes Housing? It was planted for the Queen's Jubilee. Well, yes, but that's only 25 years ago. I said, I think you'll find that was 1977. I said, not in anybody's book is that 25 years ago, unless you've got a TARDIS I don't know about. And you could hear him working out, and he went, oh, I suppose so. Well, I'll leave you to it then.
Do you know what? I like him because if he does think that it was only, I was born in 76, so I'm quite happy to be, 25, 26, 27 again. Anywhere around that ballpark's fine.
Well, the thing is, he didn't move in until the 90s, so that tree will have been probably half the height that it was when it was removed. And they've had I don't know how many years to argue with the council to remove it because they owned it before they offloaded it onto us.
Yeah.
But in the end, I just said the only way it's going to get removed because it's healthy is if you lot pay. And thankfully, the club together and it's gone, and it's massively opened up this sort of semicircle area. And the light on the houses now is so much better. And they were supposed to be this September planting some new cherry trees to go in there, which would be really lovely. But because of social distancing and everything else, they've decided to put it back till next year.
Because of the COVID. I think it's hilarious. The students at college, they call it the COVID, you know,
The
like,
COVID.
yeah, you're going on the internet on the line. I'm on the line.
Well,
I've got symptoms of the COVID.
Well, it's a bit like my mum and the Facebook.
Yeah.
The Twitter.
Yeah. Have you got on the Instagram recently?
The Insta thing. Or
that's what it is here in Yorkshire. That there. Everything is that there. Have you been on that there coach?
Tinterweb. That's another one that she uses.
Yeah.
It's all good.
We're always going on about the Tinternet round here. That there Tinternet.
That's all good. I'm quite pleased with my little pile of garments that I've got.
You've got a lovely.
I've got another box of knitwear somewhere as well.
Right, so we're going to get treated to seeing those next time.
Probably will. Some of them may be going into the frog pond because they're not colours I will wear now that I know better.
I would like to get this to a point where I can show you a finished body at some point. But you know, it's doing that really annoying thing where I'm knitting and I'm knitting and I'm knitting and I'm knitting and it's not growing. And then I'll go to you one day, I'll go, oh God, it's 3 inches too long.
Yeah. Yeah, because it just does that. You can measure it every nanosecond. And then it just does the
It does
thing.
Overnight, doesn't it? On its own.
So, anyway, now that you've broken Helen's heart by
I'm
your
sorry, Helen.
cheaty rules.
I did like her Tom Stoppard answer, though. That was a good one.
That was a good one. I wouldn't have thought of that one.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what you come up with. You kind of. I don't think you like that idea, do you?
No, but I'll just think of different names. It'll be fine.
Like Ronald.
Leonardo.
Oh, Leonardo, yeah.
Raphael.
You're just going to go for really cool names, aren't you? Ranulph. How many Ranulphs can I think of?
Oh, I might. Well, you know, I could have some fun with that.
You could, couldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, there was, I don't know whether it was the spoof newspaper thing. Somebody showed us it years ago before the Tinterweb.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it was a genuine name where somebody had seen something written down and thought, oh, that's exotic, and called their dog chlamydia.
No.
And there was another child in the same edition of the paper with photographs.
Yeah.
Who was called Star Anise.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you might as well just call it coriander leaf or...
Well, yeah.
Crushed cumin.
Oh.
I don't, yeah. And was it Harry Enfield's show? Are you old enough to remember Harry Enfield?
I remember with Kevin, the teenager, that one.
Well, about that era.
Tim Nice but Dim.
There was the Wayne and Wynetta Slob.
Oh, yeah. I like Bran.
Yeah. Well, they called their baby Lotar because she thought that sounded exotic off the cigarette packet. Lotar. And then named after various football players.
Oh, I love it.
And a drummer from a band or something like that. It was all a bit bad. But yeah, Lotar is going to be a bit.
I love it. Do you watch Call the Midwife?
Never.
Do you know EastEnders, Minty? The guy Minty that was...
No. I don't do soaps.
You don't know.
I don't know what else. No, Don't do reality TV. Don't do soaps. Just no. Sorry.
No. I don't do soaps. I think life is too short. What was it? I was watching the news or something and an ad come on because it was on the ITV and it was like, back to 6 days a week, Coronation Street and Emmerdale. I was like, seriously? Have people not got anything better to do than watch 12 episodes a week of that?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched EastEnders or my mum was a big fan of Emmerdale Farm.
Yeah, and then they changed it to Emmerdale, didn't they?
Never liked Corrie, except when we had to watch it because various relatives liked it. When in the days of Stan and Hilda Ogden and Eddie Yates. So that's how long ago for anyone that's seen it.
I used to love it.
I haven't seen EastEnders since Angie and Den. That's how long ago that was.
I used to love Corrie when I was little because my bedtime was at 7:30 when it started.
Right.
And if I sat quietly on the sofa, my mum would forget that I was there and I'd get to watch it. So I really enjoyed watching it on the occasions that I was allowed. And then she'd suddenly look round about halfway through and go, what are you doing there? You're supposed to be in bed. Go on, off you go. Which was quite amusing to me. So yeah, I didn't mind Corrie when I was little, but not since I've been able to choose my own TV programs. Not at all.
Oh, no, I wouldn't watch anything like that. But my mum absolutely loved Emmerdale Farm and she loves the Archers. I would rather hack my head off with an axe.
No, I couldn't think of a better thing.
Just no. My theory on this is that when it was a survival thing, when we all lived in packs, it was important to know who was in charge and who was doing who wasn't doing who. And that level of knowledge about your community was intrinsically tied to your survival or lack of it. So you needed to know. And I think we are hardwired to live vicariously through other people. And that's why soaps are so popular. And I think once I understood that, I just thought, yeah, this is tripe. I've got enough drama without made up rubbish.
I could understand it for people who maybe live on their own or isolated, don't have much family. Yeah,
it's like having company or whatever.
But not for me. Not for me. So another funny story I heard this week was this guy, he was saying, I told this to Caitlin and she absolutely creased up. There was this guy, he was driving down the road and there was a bunch of young lads on their bikes doing wheelies and blocking the road and he couldn't get past. So he just sort of like pulled up and got out of his car and shouted to these lads who were about 14 years old. And he's going, oh, what are you doing? You're in the way, and you move in. And they wouldn't engage with him and they wouldn't talk to him. And eventually he turned round and he went, have you even passed your cycling proficiency test? It just absolutely cracked me up, as if you would go up to a gang of lads messing around in the road and ask them if they had their cycling proficiency. And then the guy who would actually ask them, he said he was mortified that he'd even asked. Do you know when you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh God, why did I say that? Please just take me away.
Well, yeah, it's not good, is it? It's really not good. Sorry, I was just trying to answer a question of a friend who's having problems with his website, and it's showing a mixed content error, which says that you've got insecure and secure content, and it comes up with a 1 on Google. And it's because he's moved it from an insecure site to a secure site, but not updated some of the details. So I was just quickly typing an answer saying, you can fix it with this plugin, or you can do it the hard way and do this. But the harder way is the best way to do it for the longer term. It's the most
Helen said that was the first exam she ever failed.
Cycling proficiency. I never took my cycling proficiency because I kept falling off the bike.
Well, apparently these lads turned around and said, they were like, oh no, we haven't done it. And the guy was so embarrassed that he doubled down and he said, well, I suggest that you ask your tutors about it when you go to school.
Oh my God. Yvonne says she just played the name game with Philip and added a bunch of names later on, and it was really good fun.
Told you, it's a great game. Simple game, but hilarious.
I'm fidgeting because I need a wee.
I need a wee. It's way past my bedtime, you know.
When
You know what time?
of a certain age, I haven't got a Labrador bladder anymore. I just haven't.
I tell you, and I haven't drank as much tonight as I normally do because
Coco would like to say hello.
Hello, Coco. Hello, Coco. Hello, Coco. She says, "Is that food? Can I eat that?"
Yeah.
No.
Really like to eat that. She's getting a bit silvery on the old beard. I know the feeling.
Yeah. 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 You know, what was it? What Sam Barefoot? She did a video this week, didn't she? Did you see it?
Come on. No, not you. Get off. Go on. Mocha. Come on. Come on.
Did you see Sam Barefoot's video that she put on Instagram this week?
Because she does them every day.
Oh, she did one. It said something about, well, just when you thought 2020 couldn't get any worse, I found a grey hair on my chin or something.
Well, there was one about blokes getting in touch, and she's had so many messages in her inbox from all of these blokes going about, oh, I'd like to give you a seriously good time and stuff like this. It was like,
yeah. I don't think you can.
Oh, and then one of last week's was waiting for her love honey delivery.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I saw that one.
She's at the door jumping up and down like this, and then the post arrives and she snatches the box off him and leaps in, and then goes like this, and it says, he knows who the parcel's from.
Yeah, of course they do. I often think our posties know a lot more about us than we would want them to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I did ask them last time, please don't put the batteries in before you post it.
Stop it. An electric toothbrush. Sorry. Clearly.
Or one of those water flossers.
Yes, yeah, that's what it is. When I was digging, you know, when I had the big, you know, mountain of mud delivered out the front, and I was transferring it into the barrow, the postman come one day, and he goes to me, "You're always busy, you are." And he says, "You never stop." And I said, "Oh, thanks for that." I said, "Could you tell my husband? Because he thinks I just sit on my fat ass all day." He said, "It's all right. When he's home next, I'll tell him." I said, "I like you. You can come again."
All right. You probably don't want me to tell you that as the message just come from Wool Warehouse about Drops Merino Mania 30% off.
No, don't tell me. La 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 la.
Well, I didn't tell you that then.
No, don't tell me. Is it wee time?
It was because I'm literally dancing, and
me too.
I have to really
like Labradors,
my shoes have to run upstairs, because if these come off while I'm running upstairs, I'm going to be in big trouble.
You're going to fall over.
Yeah. So we'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah.
Lovely to see everybody this evening. Thank you for joining us. Great fun. Ace names, Helen and Yvonne and Michelle. Brilliant.
Thank you for playing the game and being, you know, a good sport.
I'll put the event up tomorrow or Saturday for Sunday and let you know what we're planning to talk about. It'll probably be something tutorial-y-ish.
Will it be something, you know, yarn-based?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, it will be something knitty or
crochet
or of that ilk. So, right, I'm going to have to switch it off in this piece of software and not on Facebook. So we'll probably...
Toodles.